Choose any ATM of your convenience and stand a chance to win gold sovereigns.
Lanka Pay.
The significant delay in the Port City projects.
This is clearly Sri Lanka's largest public-private partnership project to date. $1.5 billion invested to date. It is a land reclamation, right? It's not as if you're just going into an existing plot of land and starting to put up buildings there. The total development is expected to be 13 to 15 billion dollars. And if you look across anywhere in the world where land reclamation projects are done, whether you look at Dubai, Maldives, Hong Kong, etc., it's very difficult at the early stage to say, okay, this project is going to be done in 5 years, 8 years. Because as developments take place, as regulations need to come out, it takes a lot of checks and balances that need to be addressed. So I wouldn't say there has been significant delays. Key regulations came out in August last year, which is the business of strategic importance regulation. We are in the process of coming up with another key piece of regulation related to the banking business that has been gazetted about a month ago. Hopefully will go through Parliament for approvals. We are confident to looking at what has happened to date, right? We've got about the university, hospital, school, CIFC towers breaking ground in the latter part of this year or the last quarter of this year. We are pretty confident that when you see next year, the project would actually take off as planned.
There was a statement by the US ambassador, I think a couple of years ago, that Port City could be used for money laundering. How far that has an impact on marketing?
Okay, so I can't comment on the reference made by the ambassador because I haven't heard of that and I'm not aware of that. But the banking system that is going to operate within the port city sits clearly under the purview of the central bank. And if you look at the regulations that were recently passed, it is a central bank that would continue to supervise and regulate the banks that are operating or any financial institution that's operating within the Colombo port city. There cannot be any special money laundering activities. Regulator or the body that adheres or administers the regulations that govern money laundering is the Financial Intelligence Unit. And again, when you look at the regulations that have been passed, clearly state the FIU, the Financial Intelligence Unit, having oversight and having the necessary powers to go in and look at and review all transactions that take place through any financial institution operating under the Colombo Port City Economic Commission Act.
With the new financial regulations being approved, have you got any application from banks to set up in the port?
There are about 8 banks that have actually shown interest to be licensed under the Colombo Port City Economic Commission Act, and given that the regulations have now been passed, we would be actually discussing that with the central bank. The license to do banking business within the port city is also issued by the Minister of Finance in consultation or with the concurrence of the Central Bank of Sri Lanka. There are 8 Sri Lankan banks and 1 foreign bank as well, that's Bank of China, that's showing interest.